Hello everybody, welcome back to the Let's Play. We are here again in the snowy place working on our fireworks factory design. Fireworks factory design, I should say. This is not the final factory. It's going to be over in the village. But I did a bunch of work off camera, mostly because I got really frustrated at the end of last episode because I was having a hard time getting the glowstone thing to work. But I did eventually make an adjustable, probability randomizer here. So here's the comparator. Block comes down. This signal goes out and activates somewhere between 1 and 8 droppers, which are facing into these hoppers. And if anything other than the shovel goes in, it will only output a signal strength of 1. So these hoppers, these comparators, signal strength of 1 goes to this. But if we get a shovel, we'll get a signal strength of 3. But we only need to really detect if it's more than 1. So we can just do this, and then 1, and then observers all the way down. And then those go into a line of redstone. But because these observers are going to fire twice for when the redstone turns on and when it turns off, we need to put a repeater right meow. And we have the exact same thing for the diamond line here. It's just coming out of the side and then going down. And it just barely doesn't interfere with this over here. These comparators, I think, lock these hoppers. I might be wrong about that, because they power these blocks. But it doesn't really matter if they lock the hoppers or not, because we can still put items into them. This first part I kept the same. I can't really make a compact version like that, because for this one, we're actually trying to count how many turn on, and not just see if any of them turn on. So we have the same kind of setup as we did last time. Shovels, bone meal and shovels. But I swapped the direction of the water, so now it's coming from that end. I still don't have any feathers, so I don't know what to do about that. I probably just do it off camera or another day. I decided to go for redstone as our indicators, because I was trying to think, I was like, is there anything like point or triangle shaped that faces up when it's in the normal position? And I'm like, rockets kind of, but they got that weird tail that I don't like. And I was like, oh, duh. I could just use redstone for this. So this now goes from 1 being the top, which makes more sense, and then to 8. I got a little bit of dye in here of the different colors. I'm not totally sure what to do with these 3 spaces though. If we want these to auto refill, we're going to have hoppers on them. But the hoppers are going to fill these spaces as well, and we don't want these spaces to be filled. So we could switch them to dispensers and put bone meal here, but then that means that 1/3 of the time it just wouldn't give us a dye. So I might just have to pick 6 of these dyes that I want to appear more frequently. So with these 3 done, we only have this one more thing to do, and then we'll have our fireworks star section of the build done, and that's the most difficult part. We still have to do like the fade color setup and the actual rocket assembly, but those are not going to be nearly as difficult. I guess I'll just do this one on camera. It's a really simple setup. I'm hoping I'm going to have enough room here to actually do it. This is the part where I get a little bit frustrated. So this block here is to prevent this signal from interfering with this comparator signal here. And we could set it up the same way we did with these ones by putting the dispensers starting 1 block away, and then when it's at 1 tick, it'll still get this first dispenser, and when it's at 8 ticks, it'll get all of them, including this last one. So if we set them up like that, then it would be fine, and if we put the hoppers here, it would be fine. And then what? We can't put comparators right there because there's a thing. I guess I could move this down. I'm gonna try. Cut this real quick. Okay, if these go into blocks, I don't think that's gonna be a problem because it'll activate this block or send power to this block, which will lock this hopper, which doesn't really matter. I built a really simple cactus farm over here because I had almost no green dye. Eventually I will have a dyes village that will have all of the farms to make all the different colors of dye. Oh, I haven't cured this dude. Hi. I took a trip back to my house to grab some things. Where is it? There it is. And got some gold apples and such while I was there. I forgot to swap out my armor though, and I don't want to go all the way back. So we're just going to stay with this armor for today, I guess. This is definitely one of the more complicated things I've built in Minecraft. I don't do a ton of redstone builds. I'd like to do more because they're a lot of fun. I would like for it to go this way, like down a block to here, but then it would interfere with this, and anytime these hoppers got a shovel, these would extend to these observers, and then that wouldn't work out. And I can't just like put a block here and put redstone because these slabs are in the way, so yeah, gotta go this way. And I'm out of hoppers, and I do not have a ton more iron with me. I think this is it. Oh, I got 3 more here. Do I have chests? I thought I did. There's a few. I guess I'll just... Hello? Oh, that was the sound of him. I was like, what was that sound? It was this man. Hello. We will build him a little housey. Looks good to me. Okay. Get inside before the zombie gets you. Get indoors. Where? What? No, hey, that's my bed. And good night. Okay, this works out a little bit better. Maybe. This corner one is gonna be annoying. I guess I'll finish this part. 12, 13, 14, and 15. I see. Okay. I have to move this over anyway because I'm going to have to put the redstone for these ones on top of these blocks so that these don't interfere. Let's do one of these. Redstone on top of this. And then we'll have the observers up on top of these ones, I think, is what I'm going to do. Because we need this... Oh, we need to send the signal right there. Right there. So... what? So... let's actually put this down one. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then we need the repeater with 1 delay. The delay makes it so that it cancels out the double blink thing. I think I'm actually going to lengthen it to 3 because some of these, the hoppers are getting locked for like a moment. So if we can have it go for a little bit longer, that would probably be better so that we don't accidentally get 2 items at certain points. And I think that's it. So this piston comes down, lights up this redstone, which makes these droppers fire into the hoppers, which check for a signal of at least 2, which these observers detect, and then send the signal over meow. If I didn't want to use observers and run the risk of like double fires, I could just attach redstone repeaters to the ends of all of these. And because they all fire at the same time, then I wouldn't have to worry about accidentally double firing. but I think it's going to be fine. Plus I think observers are faster. Maybe? I'm not actually sure. I might have to test that, but for now it's fine. I have these hoppers hooked up to the pistons here. So these pistons that, or wait, where are they? I can't see them from here. These pistons, so these three and that one over there are what check the comparators here. So, and that's basically what makes everything fire. So I have a line leading down here, and it goes back and forth here, and then down into the hole, and another one, and then here's where the hopper is. So this is, there's one hopper, and then there's one hopper beneath that, and then that one has a comparator into a block, into a repeater, into a block, into some redstone, which goes up here and then snakes back and forth up to the top. So every time this wire is triggered, it will spit out a new set of ingredients by activating all these pistons here, and also this dropper that has gunpowder in it. I made a bunch of fireworks stars, I think yesterday, just testing out the machine. So before I added this part, I was testing it out with just these. And I only had like 7 diamonds or so, and I'm down to 1. Glowstone dust, I'm doing pretty good. Gunpowder, I've got plenty. So yeah, diamond's just going to be set at 1. Glowstone does the twinkle effect, which I very much like, so I had it set at 5, and then the dyes, I think I had the dyes set at 3 while I was making these. And that seems to be a good number, so we're going to stay at 3. And now we've got this set up, so maybe I'll set that to 3 as well. And the way I was doing this is I was clearing out my first 2 inventory slots, and then I'll do this outside of my inventory. Like most of the time I'm just going to be standing here at the crafting table, like making them, tossing them, making them, tossing them. But just so you can see it work, I'm going to toss this and step back. Gunpowder, 1 die, 2 die. Okay. And that's all we got this time. So I'm just using my number 1 and number 2 keys to click things automatically into the crafting grid. Okay, we got 3 dyes, 1 gunpowder, 1 diamond that time. The reason I have 2 of them here is just in case I like pick up 2 things at the same time, then one of them will go in my inventory by accident. Have we gotten any stuff from the right side yet? Oh, no, of course we haven't. Because I didn't actually put anything in the dispensers. Or the droppers, I mean. These are empty. Duh. Okay, give me a minute. I never noticed this before, but the magma cream with Optifine actually puts out a small amount of light. Okay, we got all our items in. So now it should work. Come on, give me something from that other section. It's a 1 in 3 chance. Oh, they finally. Okay, I was getting worried there. So you can tell the dye is definitely what takes the longest time. And oopsie, I'm sure there's a way to speed it up. I just don't know exactly what it is. I guess I should find a place to put a start button. I'm thinking I'm just gonna put it in the floor, like right here. And then have the wire go this way, and then come up under the wall, go into the block. Okay, let's see. So here's the button. Yeah, looks good. I guess that's also an option. If we have our hotbar full, so we'll throw this here. Step 4, whoops. Okay, just 2. So we could like sit here, wait until we get all the things, and then just do that. That might be better. We're not going to be transporting these manually. What's actually going to happen is this hopper is going to go to our fade station. And since our fade station is going to have a holding cell, we're going to need some kind of note block alarm that goes off once the fade station thing is full. I'll probably have a really big storage for it, but still I want there to be a thing. Maybe like a stack of light indicators as well to see how full it is. I guess what I could do is at the fade station, I'll have a lever for whether or not it's active, and if it's not active, then the stars will just go right through it and onto the firework rocket station. Something that I did not actually consider is how we're going to refill these. I guess there is space for all of them. So come on, let me up there. There we go. There is space for at least one hopper on each one of these, which is good. And I don't know. I'm probably not going to be making like 1 million fireworks rockets all at once. Whoops. So having just a limited storage here is probably going to be fine, and then, you know, if it gets low, I'll just have some kind of maintenance store that I can come up here and fix stuff. So my thought was that like the fade color station is going to be pretty small. There's only really one dial, and the rocket station, there's going to be 2 dials. So I'm just trying to figure out how I want to build that, because I'm going to want to do the 3 stations, and I'd rather have them be like in sequence, you know? Okay, here's my idea. So I will put the other 2 stations across from this one. So like there'll be a hallway in the middle here with this on one side and then the other station on the other side. I'm going to build it a lot closer than it's actually going to be because I don't have a lot of room here. Here's our hallway. It's not going to be this cramped. But yeah, and then we'll have like a divider here. So we'll have the rockets, or sorry, fireworks, stars here, and then we'll have like the fade colors here and the rocket assembly here. I was thinking of maybe having like an area of where there would be like conveyor belts and stuff that would be carrying fireworks, stars, and gunpowder and paper and stuff around, and like pistons firing up and down to make it look like it's like pressing stuff. I don't know. Let's see, no, I had 1 block of slime and I smushed it. So I do not have a block of slime. I'll just go into creative mode and test something. Alright, so piston, slime blocks. If I have an item sitting on it, oh, calm down, and I push the lever. No! Oh, that's bull. Because look, watch this. Wait, what? Honey blocks drag me around? Yes, okay, cool. That must have been what I was thinking of. Will they drag items around? Please tell me they do. They do, yeah! Okay, this is my conveyor belt idea. Basically, let me see if I can just build a prototype real quick. Okay, so this is the basic idea here. It's just a piston tape pushing some blocks around. And these honey blocks, if an item falls on them, the item's going to get dragged along like this. It's beautiful. It's not super fast, but like doesn't really need to be. And then at the end it just kind of pops off to the side. The thing is, if we bust this so it stops, if we replace these honey things with slabs, I'm pretty sure we get the exact same effect, because the item's just going to fall into the gap instead. So let's put this back. So put item here. Yeah. And this way it can actually get carried around too. Like once it hits the corner here, boom. It can actually just get carried around in this conveyor belt here. Pretty weird, huh? The downside of doing it this way is it's always going to be on the edge of the block. Whereas with the honey blocks, we can kind of center the item if we want. So like if I just like toss it in the middle, it's going to stay in the middle. Of course, one of the more obvious answers for carrying items quickly is water streams. And yes, obviously that would be a lot better. The thing is, I kind of want to see the stuff moving around though. Just to imagine this is like the factory floor, and you look in the window and you see these thingies going along. Oh, you know what? I bet if I had stairs, I bet if I had all these as stairs, that might work better. That was pretty good. Are they making it here? Get to the end, getting pushed down, getting pushed backwards. Yeah. If you had the right vantage point on this, then seeing them moving on along like this, that looks pretty dope. Like that doesn't even look like something that should be in Minecraft. I wonder how it looks with no roof on it. That doesn't look too bad actually. It's like a gear-toothed conveyor belt, you know? Alright, well, obviously we have to do something like this somewhere in our factory. I'm not exactly sure where or how or if it's going to serve a purpose, but this is amazing. I really like this. I'm currently recording this on Monday, what day is it? The 21st. So that means that Christmas is on Friday, which means I don't have a lot of time to actually finish this, because this isn't my job. This is just a hobby. I have other things to do. So we might not be able to get as much Christmas stuff done as I would like to otherwise. I'm gonna hopefully get the night song in there. That might actually be a little too much work, so I might just put the melody line in without a harmony or bass. That's going to be a lot easier. In terms of this thing, I think I'll build at least part of the factory, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this built inside it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll take some measurements of the build that I did here and try to plan out a factory building, and then also estimate how big these parts are going to be, and incorporate that as well. I'm not sure if I'm going to stick to this kind of hallway plan. I don't think I'm going to have them this close to each other. But I don't know. And yeah, so I'm going to do some planning, and I will be back after that. Alright, so it is quite a bit later now. You can see the chests have changed. I've got a factory design made. I got all the materials that I need. I just need to build it now. But before that, I just wanted to show you the Christmas chests. Hooray! And actually, I made a texture pack so the ender chests look different. Usually, if I didn't have a texture pack on, it would look just like a normal chest, which is kind of annoying. So what I did is I made a resource pack, and then I actually had to change the time and date, or I had to change the date on my computer so that it didn't think it was Christmas time. Because even with my texture pack, or resource pack, whatever, it was overwriting it with the Christmas stuff, so I had to tell my computer that it wasn't Christmas so that I could use my resource pack so that the chest would be Christmas. Yeah, anyway, I just kind of put out a floor plan here just to get an idea of, you know, how big the building is and where it's going to go. I just decided to put it up here instead of like over in this square because, you know, it's a factory. You don't have a factory in the town square. So I kind of put it off to the side here, and we'll make some fancy path or something. I am hoping that this is enough to finish. I think it will be. I think I'm just going to use a randomizer to decide which spaces are going to be windows and which are going to just be solid bone blocks. I'm definitely going to do a, what is it, speed build? What was I calling it? Time lapse, duh. Yeah, okay. I'm going to do one of them. And, yeah, hopefully all goes well. And the building is finished. I think it turned out pretty well. Mostly. Not sure how I feel about the stone brick tanks here on the side. I'm gonna make a day real quick. My original design, I was using iron blocks, but obviously that's way too expensive. And I'm not sure if stone bricks is the right substitute, but it's just what I decided to go with for now. I started at the beginning trying to do the redstone and quickly realized that it was not going to make for a very good time lapse because I kept having to check the redstone and then look at this and then check the redstone. I was doing the same for the building. I was checking my my build, but it's a lot easier to check this because it's, you know, really big numbers and patterns and stuff, and for this it's like I have to make sure every block is in the right place. I'm thinking either I'm going to have stairs going up to there, or I'm going to have an entrance, like, I can't have an entrance into here because that's where all the redstone is. These two big block buildings on the sides are going to be full of redstone. This part that's jutting out the front, that's free, so I can use that for something. And the basement is free. But like I could put an entrance here and then stairs somewhere to get up into there, or I could put an entrance here or something. So I still have to figure out how I'm going to actually get inside. But yeah, this is what it looks like inside. We can go into this room and see that it is very empty. This is just going to be full of redstone. The smokestacks I made hollow because I thought it might be interesting to put something in there. I'm not sure what, but yeah. And then this is extra room, so this isn't going to be full of redstone. And then here's the other room. This is for the fireworks stars. this is going to be pretty full of redstone. It's going to be exactly what we built over there. So like on this side, it's just going to have a bar that sticks out here, and then like this area right here is going to be pretty empty. So like after I build the redstone, I'm probably going to do some more looking around and see like, okay, well, what can I actually do? Like, can I put paths into here and like have little walkways that go past the redstone and stuff, because that would be fun. We've got this kind of like wavy roof design here. I just like, if you look up pictures of factories, some of them have like these slanty roofs that go up and then kind of like less or very steep up and then slow steep down and very steep up. We got our tanks over here with a connector between two of them. Looks like an Enderman died on the roof right there. I put this kind of like fire escape / walkway between the two buildings, but there's no actual way to get to it. You can see this just kind of runs into the roof at the moment. This goes up the stairs, and we can get onto the roof of this one from here, where there is currently nothing, except for the smokestacks, which are pretty cool. There's only so much you can do to make them look like they're bigger at the bottom and then tapering off. So I tried my best to like kind of make it look more gradual, but you know, it's only like one block space that I can do that in. I did like a little bit more digging down here. You can see I just, you know, dug out the back part of the wall, and I dug this section out over here. I moved a bunch of the storage from over in front of the tree and inside the tiny house that I built. I moved it to over here. I got rid of the tiny house that we had because we didn't need it anymore, so that's gone. I think the factory looks really cool, like kind of up on the hill. The only thing is that the tanks are kind of like blocking this side of it. So like if I'm down in the square, right? I mean, there's going to be buildings here, houses and stuff. So I'm probably not going to be able to see this from here, but if I were in the building and looking out the window, I would just see the back of these tanks. I'm considering like moving them in some way, like maybe keep the one back there but move these other two behind it, like maybe in like an L shape like that. So there'd be houses and shops maybe and stuff around here, and then like one of the buildings will have an arch in it that goes to a path, and the path will lead up somehow to this part. I'm running out of days in December, so I kind of want to get this posted before the end of the month. And that means I'm going to stop here. So I'm not going to be able to do the night song today, but I will do it eventually. But I hope you enjoyed this episode, and come on, get him. Okay, this is not working out. Okay, cool. So I hope you enjoyed this episode and the time-lapse and the stuff and the things and the things and the stuff, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!